Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Venus International. I'm Jude Martinez, and I'm going to be talking about computer science pathways. Beforehand, I'd like to introduce our team. We have Raymond Bahana as our head of program. That's me, Jude, as your deputy head of program. And we also have Ida Bagus and Gunurul as our subject content coordinators. We are the 4 full-time lecturers that you'd be keeping in touch most of the time, and hopefully we'll get through your journey all the way. So to start it off, let us try looking at these different study options available for you. Okay, so you have like 3 different study options. Specifically, we call them single degree. You also have double degree, and you have a master's track degree. So with regards to single degree option, we only have 2 streamings. One is called General Computer Science, and the other one is called Pervasive Games Technology. We actually give you a Sarjana computer degree when you actually choose the single degree program. On top of it, you are actually encouraged to go for study abroad or exchange programs. The second type of study option available is the double degree. With regards to double degree, we do have like 3 different partners. One from Melbourne, which is RMIT. Then you have one in Wollongong, which is of course the University of Wollongong. And you have one in UK, which is Nottingham University. These 3 different partners also caters to you to be able to specialize on some specific topics. Okay, now let's try looking into this. So first and foremost, you have to look at the columns. So these columns actually indicate the semesters that you are supposed to be enrolled with us. So if you're gonna notice, the first 3 semesters, all of you will be taking the same courses. Thereafter, come the 4th and the 5th semester, if you're planning to take single degree, then you already start to take electives or courses which will actually be concentrating on that specific stream. And come the 6th and 7th semester, there's what we call as our 3+1 enrichment program, wherein you have the chance to be going off campus and you have an option to go for an entrepreneurship track, social or startup. Then you have a research track, you have internship, and you could also go for study abroad. But regardless, you have to come back on the 8th semester to conduct your thesis. That is for the single degree. With regards to the double degree programs, you'll be leaving us come the 7th and 8th semesters. You don't need to come back to Venus to take the thesis. You will be taking special projects and theses from our partner universities such as RMIT, Wollongong, and Nottingham. In RMIT, you're also given a chance to pursue your master's degree with an additional 3 semesters, that is. And if you plan to go for a master's degree in the US, you have an option to go to Boston University, wherein they actually will be giving you just 1 year to be able to finish the degree. Okay, so in turn, this is basically a bird's eye view of what you need to look into when you're already trying to plan your study with us at Venus. So maybe one of the questions that you would be asking is like, when do we need to choose? And what is the default streaming I will be enrolled in once I register? Okay, to answer that question, all of you initially will be enrolled in the general computer science stream. After staying with us for 2 semesters, before you enter the 3rd semester of your 2nd year, you will be asked to choose what specific streaming you'd like to go through. I guess 1 year is basically enough for you to be able to decide which specific stream you'd like to take. So after the end of the 2nd semester, you will already be getting and knowing your streaming, and of course your study plans will be catered accordingly. Okay, so you might ask, what will I learn when I study? So our courses are basically subcategorized into three. You have the university subjects. These are the courses that you need to take, common courses for all students that are enrolled at BINES. So you will be going through the freshman enrichment program. You'll be enrolled in academic English, and of course, character building courses as well. At the same time, everyone is actually will be doing their thesis as mandated by the government. Then you also have core subjects. These are mandatory courses that you need to take and you need to pass so that you'd be able to gain credits. And we also have specific BINES International subjects. Okay, these are exclusive courses only available in our program. For single degree stream options, will be getting or taking additional courses such as ethical hacking and penetration testing and network forensics for the general computer science stream. And for the pervasive games technology, you'll be taking games design, programming, advanced games design and programming. So all in all, this actually coincides to like 146 credits so that you'd be able to get a degree with us. Okay, so digging deeper into the single degree streaming, as I mentioned, we only have two, general computer science and pervasive games technology. So let me talk a little bit about these two. So for general computer science, the concentration of this is more on the design, development, and implementation of cloud, web, enterprise, pervasive, and mobile applications. So here, you will be learning tons of programming languages and lots of techniques for software development when it comes to designing, building, administering, securing pervasive computer networks, or creating mobile applications or pervasive systems or enterprise systems of those two. Okay? Then we have the pervasive games technology stream. This actually is a stream that gives competence in the design and development of interactive and pervasive games in different platforms. So basically, you are going to start developing games from scratch, from conception all the way to implementation. So you will be developing some fun projects. Most of the time, you will be working together with graphics design students so that the assets of your applications should actually look a little bit more appealing. We're not saying that you're not that good, but it also helps to get the expertise of other programs as well. Well, in fact, that your expertise would actually be in the coding. Okay, so what is the very first programming language that you're going to learn? So you will be learning Python as the first programming language of choice. So the delivery of the Python programming language course is actually in a hybrid modular curriculum, meaning we'll be providing modules, and this is actually gonna be some sort of a monkey see, monkey do class. So if I say monkey see, monkey do, it means that we do and tackle a little bit of concept. Thereafter, we actually implement it by writing programs and solving problems. I guess the very best way for us to be able to learn programming is by practice. We have to continuously code so that we would be able to create solutions to problems which are pretty much common in every way. Okay? So hopefully you'll be having fun on the very first programming course that you'll be taking. By the way, it's going to be me and Bagus who's going to handle your course. Okay, I mentioned a while back about enrichment track, wherein come the come the 6th and 7th semester, you are actually going to choose once more what type of enrichment track you're supposed to take. So we do offer you to take internship. You could go for the research track, entrepreneurship, or study abroad tracks. So this is actually going to be a 2-semester, 1-year program. So it's totally your option. If you decide to take internship on the first semester and then you go for study abroad, for example, on the second semester, then you could still be able to do it. Okay, with regards to our double degree programs, we have 4 university for double degree. Although maybe you might ask, sir, why is there only 3 here? If you've noticed previously, we do also have Boston University for our master's degree. But let's just start concentrating on these 3 different partner universities, because not all of you will most likely be pursuing a master's degree. But just in case you plan to, they still have some options to choose from. Okay? Okay. So for double degree, you will be leaving us come the 7th and 8th semester. So note here that for students that choose Nottingham, previously we did have programs running with Malaysia and China. However, those programs were closed and we're only offering students going to UK as of the moment, specifically your batch as well. Okay. And if you're going to Nottingham, you will be getting a degree with honors. So you have to do your thesis there. Although for RMIT and Wollongong, you will be doing projects, not thesis. Then you have the master's program. Okay, so we have 2. One is, of course, continuing from RMIT, and the other one is actually going to Boston University, which, if you are a graduate of Venus International, you only have to take it for 1 year and you're already done with a master's degree. Okay, so in total, you have to finish at least 146 credits. This is actually spread out in the entire 4-year program. Okay, so what are you supposed to do? Definitely on your first year is you need to adapt to the university learning requirements. Okay, you learn whatever you could learn on the first year and get used to it. It's a little bit tough adjusting from high school going to university. However, we're gonna be there with you all the way to guide you and to help you out, just in case you run into problems. Okay, so the first year is the foundation year. It's the most important year if you were to ask me, because if you survive the first year, going through the second, the third, and the 4th year will definitely be a breeze, easier. Okay, so to-do list now. Yeah, you have to understand the academic system, how you enroll yourselves, what are you going to do if you're going to repeat a course, right? Not everything's a silver lining. Well, will I go will I go for internship? Have to do thesis, but these are still a long way and a long shot. We have to take it by strands, 1 year after a time. Okay? This is also the very best place for you to understand the policies like plagiarism, originality of textbooks, attendance, how do you go for probation, or when do you get expulsed, or some things. I guess all of these things will be covered in the latter days of your freshman enrichment program. Okay, So, little more things for you to ponder on. Take note that for semesters 1 and 2, it's package enrollment. So, you actually have no choice in choosing the courses. All the courses will be the same for all students enrolled, regardless of study program. Well, as I mentioned a while back, right? Everyone will be enrolled by default in the general computer science stream. And after the end of the second semester, you decide what streaming you'd like to take. And moving forward, your study plan will actually be evolving around what streaming you'd like to take. Now, if by chance you'd like to change streaming, you still have until semester 5 to decide. Because come semester 6 and 7, this will actually be off campus already, and you're supposed to either go for the enrichment program. And of course, the last semester is always the thesis semester. This is your capstone. You cannot run away from it. You have to, in one way or another, write and develop something. Okay? So on your first year, I do suggest that you join the clubs, join competitions, build your network with students and your alumni as well. Okay, so if by chance you fail a course, of course, if you fail it, you don't earn credits, your GPA is reduced, and your graduation date may be delayed. So with regards to those, it is suggested that if you fail, if it was a mandatory course, then you have to repeat the course. And most often you enroll during the compact semester. So we do have 3 semesters with us in Venus. You have odd semester, which starts on September. Then we have even semester, which starts on February. And for courses that are failed and you need to retake, you have to enroll it during the compact semester, which is around July. Okay? So if it's a mandatory course, you have to repeat the course until you pass it. If it was an elective course, you have an option to not retake it, but you could actually take a different course which you think you'd be more confident in taking. Point of notice though, please never cheat during exams or copy-paste projects, okay? Your final GPA is not everything. Now, with regards to failed courses as well, we do have options, what we call as remedial class and independent study class. So for the remedial policy, we've actually started this since 2016, and the purpose of which is for students who need to improve their grades for a particular subject or course. So let's say, for example, you got a D on one of the courses, you pass, however, you'd like to improve the mark, then you could be able to take a remedial course. However, this is subject to approval from the head of program and the operations staff as well. You will be receiving emails regarding remedial if by chance you are eligible to take remedial. If not, then your marks are basically set in stone already. Okay, so these are some regulations. Okay, so it's only applicable for students who failed or got the minimum grade of the course with an attendance of more than 60%. The maximum remedial mark is actually C. You cannot go beyond it. So if you had a D, the highest you could go to is a C. And remedial doesn't specifically state that you actually improve your grade. If you did better, then your grade will improve. If you didn't do better, then definitely your original mark would still be kept. Okay? For independent study, regardless of the number of students, if we have at least one student enrolled, we are going to open the course. But for independent study, you could only be able to enroll this course if it is a retake course. So if you're taking the course for the first time, you're not allowed to take independent study class. You have to join the regular class. But if it's, say, for example, you failed, then you'd like to retake the course, so be it. We open the course for you. Okay? So for independent study, yeah, the delivery mode is either face-to-face or in campus, and we have extended learning. However, for this year, until early next year, most likely, we will not have face-to-face classes, but we'll just be having extended learning. So all the modules and all the schedules will actually be done on site and not off site. Okay, now these are some courses that you need to look into because the minimum grade of which is basically higher compared to the other courses. So if you're enrolled in object-oriented programming, data structures, database systems, computer networks, multimedia systems, software engineering, compilation techniques, your minimum mark should be a C. And if it was a character building course, then at least a B minus. The rest, most likely the passing mark is D. So you have to take note of these courses. You have to make sure that you get a C to pass the course. Okay. In Venus International, we make it sure that 100% of our students gain international experience during the entire study period. So we encourage you to be joining activities which actually could be able to improve your portfolios. Okay, so there are different international programs and activities. A lot of them, you got like twinning program, student exchange, internship, short courses, short visit study tours, visiting professors or guest lecturers, international conferences and seminars, video conferences. We suggest that you actually take the opportunity while you're with us. It's actually a very good learning experience. Okay, we have our own international program and they have different activities as well, which you could join and at the same time experience. Okay, so these are just some. So the twinning program or joint degree, this is pretty much similar to your double degree program. Then you could have student exchange. You could go for study abroad, either on the 6th or 7th semester. You could go for internship, or you could actually be able to take what? Short or short courses abroad as well. And all of these are actually available for you. With that, I guess, thank you very much. And if you have any questions or whatsoever, feel free to drop us an email, okay? And visit our website. It's worth looking into. Bye.